are watching the collapse of an empire happening in real time. This week we saw one of the biggest stories in the world happen about 30 miles from where I am right now in Saudi Arabia. Here in the Middle East, everyone is...
Welcome back to Top Trends Online. In this segment, we're going to delve into a topic that's been making headlines around the world. Saudi Arabia's recent decision to break away from the US dollar and the implications this has for the global economy. As tensions between the US and Saudi Arabia continue to escalate, experts are predicting a major shift in the balance of power.
I'm not being hyperbolic when I say that the United States is mirroring almost exactly what led to the fall of the Roman Empire. Just dive into the research. Because during the late Roman Empire, the government found itself in almost the exact same situation as the United States today. The Romans facing...
Some are even comparing the decline of the US to that of the Roman Empire, as other nations rise to take its place on the world stage. Let's start with the similarities between the fall of the Roman Empire and the upcoming decline of the US Empire. One of the primary reasons for the decline of the Roman Empire was overexpansion. The empire grew too large and overextended itself, leading to a decline in military power and resources. Similarly, the US has been involved in numerous wars and conflicts around the world, which has strained its military resources and weakened its global influence. Another factor that contributed to the fall of the Roman Empire was political instability and corruption, which undermined its government and made it difficult to maintain order. The US has also faced political instability and polarization in recent years, which has weakened its democratic institutions and made it harder to govern effectively. Economic challenges also played a significant role in the decline of the Roman Empire. The empire experienced inflation and a reliance on slave labor, which contributed to its decline. The US has also faced economic challenges, including rising debt levels and income inequality, which could impact its long-term economic stability. The Roman Empire also faced social decay and moral decline, with many citizens losing faith in the government and the values of their society. The US has also seen a decline in social trust and civic engagement, which could impact its ability to address collective challenges and maintain social cohesion. Moving on to the recent reports of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's disinterest in pleasing the United States, it has led to growing tensions between the two countries. The Saudi government's decision to break away from the US dollar as the main currency for oil trade is one of the clearest indications of this shift. Why is this significant? To understand this, we need to delve into the history of the US dollar as the world's reserve currency. Since the end of World War II, the US dollar has been the dominant currency used for international trade and finance. This status has given the US immense economic and geopolitical power, as other countries are forced to hold and use US dollars in their transactions. However, the US dollar's dominance is now being challenged. China, the world's second-largest economy, has been working to increase the global use of its own currency, the yuan, as an alternative to the US dollar. Other countries, including Russia and Iran, have also been looking to move away from the US dollar in their trade. The decline of the US dollar is a clear sign of the decline of US global power. The Roman Empire, which once held immense geopolitical and economic power, also experienced a decline in its power and influence. In conclusion, Saudi Arabia's recent decision to break away from the US dollar as the main currency for oil trade is just one indication of the shifting global balance of power. The declining value of the US dollar as the world's reserve currency has significant implications for the US economy and its global influence, and it could fundamentally change the way that international trade and finance are conducted. As the US continues to grapple with internal challenges such as political polarization and social unrest, its ability to maintain its global influence is becoming increasingly uncertain. While the US-Saudi relationship has been a key alliance in the Middle East for decades, recent tensions suggest that this relationship may be evolving as well. It remains to be seen how these trends will play out in the long term, but it's clear that the world is changing, and the US is no longer the dominant global superpower that it once was. As the balance of power continues to shift, it's important for policymakers and leaders to adapt to this changing landscape in order to ensure a peaceful and prosperous future for all.